Hey guys, just doing a little bit of a product lineup for JMax audio speakers. I got a few of these speakers because I first tried the 165W, which is the one that is in the center there, because I got them for $99, so I thought it was a really good deal. I wanted to try them out, and not many people have heard of this brand before or tried them, so they're a bit suspicious and skeptical whether they're good or not. From my point of view, for $99 this was really good value, especially now that I have them and I've heard them. Yeah, it's really good value, and if you were looking to get into bookshelf speakers, it's a good starting point. So on the left I've got a Krix Brix speaker. That's a reference point that I use because I had that before, and Krix is a well-known brand from South Australia as well. They sell these Brix speakers for about $400 to $500 each. Sorry, not each, as a pair. So JMax Audio is actually a sort of like a rival company. They set up base in South Australia. The speakers are manufactured in China, but they're designed by a guy in South Australia who runs JMax from I think his household. So here's just a little bit of a lineup of what we have here. The black one in front, which is probably the biggest and the most prominent one, is the 165W. This speaker is good for, I suppose, as a main speaker, for a small room, like a bedroom. If you wanted speakers for your TV, this would be a good option. If you're not looking to get one of those, those four-way speaker towers. What I found really good about them is the specs of the drivers. The bottom driver is, I believe, is a 5 or a 6 inch, and it has really good bass, a lot of volume of sound for the size of speaker that it is. It's rated at 80 watts, and running at about 6 to 8 ohms. So yeah, so the one next to it is called the 127W, and that is mainly to be used as a more general home speaker. These speakers can have a removable mesh, as I will now show you. As you can see, the 165W has got a white cone, which is pretty nice. It reminds me of the Yamaha NS10s and HS50Ms, which I was actually planning to buy those, but yeah, these give a lot more value of sound for music enjoyment. I suppose studio monitors is expected to be more expensive because they're being used for something else. So over here we have the 127Ws. I have tried to get the mesh off, but it's a lot harder to get off because and I asked JMax why this is, and they said because it's designed to be used as a general home speaker, and it's deliberately been made difficult to remove so that kids can't just take the mesh off and damage the tweeter inside. The last one we have at the end here is called the 125W, and this speaker is actually a more high-end speaker. This is actually rated at 4 ohms. The distortion is very low on these. If I can just get the mesh off here, you will be able to have a look on the drivers inside. So I've been actually currently using these for about a week now. These ones are the ones that I've been using the most because they're the appropriate size for where I'm using it. I'm going to show you here. There's one of them set up there. Whereas the 165s, this one here, is a bit too big and sort of obstructs the TV. So these speakers are actually rated at 4 ohms and at 60 watts each. When I first used these, I couldn't really hear much difference as the 165Ws. The only thing I did notice was the volume was lower when I plugged it in and the same settings. I was told that's because the drivers here are actually, I think what you would call they move less than the 165Ws, so they're much more capable of higher volumes and less distortion. So these speakers, I'm told that they're used more for high-end audio. These ones actually retail for about, I believe it's $5.99. JMax is currently selling them for $2.99 because they want to get their name out there, and so they're using this opportunity to sort of get some more exposure into the market, I guess. This one here, the 127, is also going for $99. You can find it on JMax's eBay store. He has a website, I think it's jmaxproducts.net. I'll post a link on so that you'll be able to find it if you are interested. But each of these use banana connectors on the back, which I can show you here. They're all the same. Like that. So, as you may have just noticed, the 127s have got rubber feet, and that is because they are much more capable of higher volumes. So when they are blasting large volumes, you sort of need rubber feet so that they don't slip and move and fall off the table, for example. So these are the specs of the 125Ws. There. 50 watts, 4 ohms, 40 hertz to 16 kHz, 18 kHz, sorry. This is the 127, 60 watts, 6 ohms, and this one is the 165Ws. So my recommendation here is, if you're using just a general speaker, you want the most sort of sound and you don't want to spend a lot of money, probably the 165s are probably the best way to go. The 127s are really good as well, so if you find that you need something a bit smaller to sort of fit in a little gap like the one that I have there, that's also a very good speaker. I did some sampling compilations, but I found that in terms of quality I couldn't really pick up the difference between the 125 and the 165Ws, so I'll probably be doing another comparison when I have a more higher quality mic, so that you can really hear the difference. But the only difference that I could hear upon plugging it in was the clarity of the bass was much higher, and also the volume was a bit lower to start off with, but it is also much capable of higher volumes with less distortion. So yeah, that just wraps up my little lineup for today. As you can see, all these speakers are real and they're not just some scam. These speakers actually offer quite good value, so if you're thinking of getting into bookshelf speakers and you don't want to spend a lot of money, give these a try. You probably won't be disappointed, and yeah, and it's really good value, and you'll definitely just get a sense of what bookshelf speakers are all about. And yeah, so thanks for watching. please post any questions. If you have any questions, send me an email or the YouTube message, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can to answer your questions. Thanks for watching.